Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
That's where the pyro would go off if this was a wrestling entrance, which I'm not used to because I don't normally get to hear my theme music before I go on a live stream, but that is neither here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin' Raw podcast, and I am your host. As you can see, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden, Matt Ritter. We are episode 255 live, baby, live here on Twitch. And I did not come alone on Twitch. I rarely ever come alone, but this time I decided to come with two of my favorite people in the world from the She Elite Showcase. She is the shaman of She Elite. She is the host of the She Elite Showcase, inside the mind of, and motherfucking in the crowd. It is Miss Katie Kinsey, baby.
Hey,
baby.
And the person that made all of this lovely stuff you are watching possible. It was his brainchild. It was what he wanted, and now he got it. My co-host, the host of Spitter Swallow, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, and Daddy Delgado, Vince.
I thought I was also going to be the king of cock teases or something.
Yeah, I'm still debating on that. We'll see how long it takes for that episode to actually show up.
It'll be up at the end of the month.
Yeah,
it'll be up at the end of the month.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? Daddy's
home. I don't know.
We are live. Daddy's live. We are
this week. All I've heard is you've had a hard time getting it up. That's what I heard.
No, wait.
You're gonna have a hard time getting it up.
Where the fuck did that conversation come about?
You not getting this episode of Straight Talk with Katie up, despite all your problems. You're having a hard time getting
uploaded.
It up.
It's up. It's just it hasn't premiered yet.
I can't hear it. It's not up.
I can't hear it. Ergo, it's not there.
Anyway, this is the Smackin' Raw podcast. As you can see, we are live. And listen, I know it's very bare bones right now. Going forward, this is just kind of a test thing. So, like Vince tested it out on Spitter Swallow with his personal Twitch. We're testing it out on the Creation World Twitch. Hopefully, going forward, we'll be able to provide content on both Twitch and YouTube. We'll have nice, pretty backgrounds that you're used to and all of that. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, you will see all of that and you will have no idea why I'm saying that it doesn't exist. But right now it doesn't. Neither here nor there. We're here to talk wrestling. And this is going to be the same show that you know and love if you're tuning in. If you guys are in the chat, please say hi. Let me know you're there so I can see if this chat function actually works. Because all I see is Wisebot talking to me right now.
Well, yeah,
but
I just followed Creation World's Twitch because I wasn't.
And we appreciate that. And you should do that, as well as checking out. Oh, there's Mr. Warren Hayes. As well as checking out our Patreon. Now, I was told by Travis to tell you guys all, as of September 1st, the changes to our Patreon will officially go in effect. That way, the people who are already subscribed to Patreon aren't getting shortchanged, and they can edit what tiers they want to subscribe to based on all of the new content we will be giving you and everything starting at the beginning of the month, as well as, everything fully unrolling at the beginning of the month so you get your full money's worth. The one thing I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that Return to Wrestling as of September 1st will be officially Patreon exclusive for $1. Don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that means that what is currently on Patreon, NWO Sold Out, $19.97, will drop on YouTube. And then after that, everything going forward will be Patreon exclusive. But again, it's only $1 and you get so much more than just that show. But if you are a fan of me and Travis going through walkthroughs of WCW and hearing me bitch about Hulk Hogan for an hour and a half every episode, then it's absolutely worth the dollar. And all we're asking is that you guys show us some love and a little bit of support. So if you check that out come September 1st, we would appreciate it. We're also going to start having guests on that show. I've had Powerbomb Jutsu and Will Gray both hit me up Maybe we'll bring Vince on. I have to run that by Travis. He might not like that idea. But while I'm plugging shit, you see the shirt on Katie's chest, Black Lives Matter from Young Kings Wrestling. You guys can get that at YKWrestling.com. All the money is put into a fund, and then TC donates all of that money to GoFundMe's and other charitable donations. It is in no way, shape, or form associated with the Black Lives Matter organization. So if that's a deterrent for you, you don't have to worry about that. Go get yourself one. That money is, like I said, put in the hands of people who need it, because here at the Smackin' Raw podcast, we believe that Black lives matter, and they matter as much as all other lives and should be treated as so, and they're not. You know what else we believe? We believe women should have rights. We believe in women's rights, which is why we have pro wrestling, pro-choice t-shirts, and they're available both on the She Leads Showcase Teespring, and all of that money goes to Planned Parenthood, as well as the Smackin' Raw Creation World Teespring. And all of that money is donated to the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. So if you want to get yourself a dope shirt, whether it's Black Lives Matter or Pro Wrestling Pro-Choice, and donate to good causes, this is a great way to do it. And while you're there, if you like our show and you want to throw a little money, we made some dope shirts. Vince made some cool logos. They're up there for sale. You can buy those too. I'd appreciate it. I don't see any of the money. I'm pretty sure Travis just spends it on hookers and blow, but it's there. I don't know what he spends
invest
it on.
In Travis. Yeah, invest in Travis so he can invest in us.
Yeah, he's on that Tony Khan kick. News and rumors, as we always start with. There's not a whole lot. Possibly, it sounds like Sasha and Naomi are in talks to come back very soon, or have agreed to come back, and we're just kind of waiting on the confirmation. All dirt sheet bullshit, but we'll see when it happens. Madison Rains, who made her AEW Rampage debut tonight, was hired as the head coach for the women over in AEW. Former TNA Knockout champion and I think tag team champion Madison Rains, so shout out to her. And last but not least, congratulations to Cassie Lee and Sean Spears. Cassie is pregnant with their child, so congratulations to them. Don't hit that baby with the chair, Sean.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Sir. Oh, so Vince doesn't watch my show.
I haven't watched anything lately. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough couple weeks.
Well, let's talk about that, because I've been telling everyone for the last 2 weeks, or at least last week, that Katie was going to have some time off, and that was the plan. Because in full transparency, ladies and gentlemen, when the race for Pornhub Papi was conceived, the idea was that Katie would fill in for Vince when he was gone. And to be fair, Katie has made herself, because as I like to put it, she is one of the key positions in the Smackin' Raw Kama Sutra. She is part of the special sauce that makes this show what it is, but she has made herself available to us whenever we need her. So if I left it up to her, she'd just be on every show. And that's not really fair to Vince. And if you don't believe me, she has called in when she is on vacation from the beach. She calls in from her friend's house to do the show. Nothing keeps her away from doing this show with us. Vince, on the other hand, occasionally needs mental health breaks. So if we were to keep it going, she would just be on every show and Vince would automatically lose. So I personally asked her to go ahead and take a couple weeks off. Then she heard, yes, you did. And I appreciated that. But then she heard that we were going to go live. And in not so many words, she expressed a little disappointment in the fact that she wouldn't be part of our first live show.
Yeah, I was like, how are you not going to have the person who goes live every fucking week not be on this?
So I asked Vince today. I was like, hey, our guest kind of fell through. Would it be all right if I bring Katie on? And he said, yes, absolutely. So here we are doing a live show.
Why would I oppose? Katie's part of the gang. And she does make herself available because, like I said, we recorded a tag team tournament podcast, which will drop at the end of the month. It's topical, Matt. It's topical, as we saw tonight on SmackDown. But we'll get into it. So yeah, I'm grateful to Katie. She's always made herself available, and she's fantastic.
Well, the reason you would oppose is because now you're still down one in the race for Pornhub Papi, and she is still winning, as well as the fact that now that she is here, we have a live chat to chime in. We can discuss the fact that you said the motherfucking gore is not a spear.
The gore is not a spear.
It's the same fucking thing. It just has a different name. Are you gonna look me dead in my eyes, Vicente Delgado? You tell me the gore is not a spear, and I will tell you are dead fucking wrong.
The gore is not a spear.
You're dead fucking wrong.
When a rhino hits another human being, it is a gore. Hence the name gore, because it is more gory. The action is more gory than an actual human being hitting another
doing
human.
The action of a spear.
It is a rhino against a human being.
That is a human being.
No, that is a rhino.
Look at this man's birth certificate. Does it say rhino? No.
I'm sure it does. You know what? Sure maybe he changed it. Maybe he had his birth certificate altered because he knew he'd be judged as a rhino and wouldn't be accepted by society. Katie.
Actually, technically, his name is Terrence Guido Guerin. Guido is a weird middle name, but according to Wikipedia, his name is Terrence. Much like the other Terrence that I talk shit about, Mr. Terrence Bolea. He's a person, Vince. He's a human. Mr. Warren Hayes wants us to roast you for this terrible take.
Oh,
because as you know, Mr. Warren Hayes has 52 nice things that he has to say about Goldberg. He wants to know, do you know if Rhino's actually not a rhinoceros? He's as much a rhino as...
Hold on. No.
He's as much a rhino as that rhino that Ace Ventura climbed out of the asshole in Ace Ventura 2.
When nature calls?
Yes.
Yeah. Someone tell me again I don't fucking know movies.
I never said such thing.
Actually, he's less of a rhino than that. That at least looked like it had a horn and everything. Where's his horn?
Yeah, Vince.
You're not looking in the right spots.
Because we know John Cena rocks a horn in his shorts, but where's Rhino's horn?
I don't know.
Nowhere.
Why don't you go and excavate?
Human being. So sick.
I don't know who Nightbot is or why they told people to stop spanning caps, but
that's a problem for Justin because he always uses caps to like write.
It's a Twitch thing. Some people have it as like a mod. I don't. I got rid of all of that.
We might have to shut that off.
Yeah.
Let's get into. We have given Vince enough shit about not knowing the difference between the exact same move having a different name. You're wrong.
It is a rhino. He is a rhino. That is a rhino.
You're a fucking rhino. Let's get into the show. Unless you guys have anything more on that news and rumors you guys want to talk about.
I mean, something they announced on SmackDown tonight while I was kind of paying attention.
No, that's part of that's
part of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna swallow that. So
okay,
it's in my swallows.
Okay.
Oh, that was a little wreck in there.
Ooh. What can I say? While we're waiting for Katie's video feed to come back.
Weird.
Because we're new at this and have no idea what the fuck we're doing. So welcome to the live show. Vince, spit or swallow?
I don't really want to do this while Katie is like swirling in blackness, but the biggest swallow for me is the women's tag team tournament actually gonna kick off this upcoming Monday on Raw.
Then don't do that. She said that her laptop's acting up. She will be back.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, and she's back.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, now you can swallow it since Katie already mentioned it, and you want to fucking swallow it. Go ahead, swallow.
That's my biggest swallow of the whole fucking week was the women's tag tournament being announced for Monday. Me and Katie fantasy booked it because we didn't think it was actually gonna happen. Here we are. We manifested it into existence, Katie. Even though our episode hasn't even debuted, it's already out there in the universe.
Oh, you know,
I'm gonna teach you how to say that word one day.
Debuted. Also, if my computer decides to do that again, I'm throwing it out a window. We manifested the tournament coming back because we made it better. That's a big swallow because, you know, women's wrestling, this tag tournament that they mentioned months ago, finally coming to fruition. I'm happy.
Yeah. They did say in the future, and now the future is Monday. So yeah, I got that as well. I'm swallowing that. Curious to see who the tag teams are going to be. I personally pray to God they don't put Alexa and Asuka in the tag team. That is not the tag team I want to see.
They're going to.
Don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
It's written in the stars.
Bullshit. No, it's bullshit. Katie, spit or swallow?
We were talking about women's wrestling. I'm going to swallow Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch for everything happened on SummerSlam. Fantastic match. I personally think it was better than Mania. That's just me. But with Monday, Becky being injured, which is a spit that Becky's on the shelf. Oh, there you go. You know how to do it. But that whole interaction, Becky being the man again, turning face, it was so genuine. And like the hold it down it also big praise to Bianca for sprinting in those heels. God damn. Twirling the braid as she did. Gangster shit. Big swallow to Bianca and Becky.
Yeah, I'm with you. The broken babyface Becky promo where we may possibly, when she returns, be getting the man back, which, as my wife said on our 5-year anniversary, was the whole reason she stopped wrestling was Becky did not come back as the man. And then she said, well, fuck this. Also, Bailey, Dakota, and Io attacking Becky backstage to take her off TV because of her separated shoulder. And basically everything they did, including the DQ in the Alexa Asuka match after Dakota and them attack, Bianca running them off. And we got fucking Bianca versus Io on Monday Night Raw, even though I know Mr. Warren Hayes does not like the name Io Sky. Io Sky in a match against Bianca Belair on motherfucking Monday Night Raw with a huge, big 6-woman brawl at the end of the show.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I'm all for it.
Okay, so devil's advocate on both ends. I hated the fact that they changed her name to Io Sky. I hate the spelling of Io. But by Monday on Saturday when it happened on SummerSlam, and I was seeing that on Twitter. But by Monday, it didn't bother me anymore. Like it went away. It was like a short term spit, but then I swallowed it because it's Io, and I'm just glad to see her on the screen. The way you pronounce it still sounds Io, and then Sky.
So did you spit it in your hand and then how did you spit it and then swallow it? Did you save it in a cup for later just in case?
Ew.
Can we just move on instead of going into?
No, I think we need to dig deeper into this and figure this out.
I am going to. Well, first off, Warren says, really glad they spelled it out because we're so dumb to pronounce EO. We're all dummies, dumbos. WWE hooked on phonics. There are, to be fair, a lot of idiots in the IWC who looked at that and thought it said low.
Wait. Does that mean that Justin is going to pronounce Io Shirai correctly instead of saying Io Shirai? Is that going to help him pronounce it or make it worse?
Probably not. Just like you can't pronounce debuted properly, he's not going to pronounce her name. He's probably going to say Io now. Io.
Io.
My first swallow is going to be them putting some prestige back in the U.S. title now that Bobby Lashley's champion. We got 2 matches to determine, or 3 matches technically to determine a number 1 contender. 2 triple threat matches. The first one was won, and this is going to be a theme going through by one of Papa Triple H's children, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. The other won by AJ Styles, Ciampa defeating Chad Gable and Dolph Ziggler, AJ defeating The Miz and Ali. There was a dope 450 into a Styles clash to get the win. That was fucking awesome. And then Ciampa ends up beating AJ, and now Tommaso Ciampa, one of the greatest heels in recent wrestling memory, is a heel number 1 contender for Bobby Lashley's title. And along with the return of Dakota Kai and some other things we're going to talk about, being a Triple H kid is definitely working out for you as of now.
is there many people on the current roster on the main that isn't a Triple H kid? Because a lot of the main roster talents came up through NXT.
Well, I mean,
AJ Styles.
But who doesn't?
AJ
But
Styles.
he clearly loves AJ Styles. There's that picture of him and Stephanie McMahon behind.
The Miz.
The Miz might suffer. He's now second to Tommaso Ciampa, which is funny. The Miz is not the Stooge.
Let's name other people that were in NXT. Are you just looking at?
I'm not looking at anything. I'm looking at you.
Talking to you.
I was laughing because I was looking at Mr. Warren Hayes' Hooked on Phonics for Bianca Belair and Drew McIntyre, which is basically just how I pronounce all of the Japanese names that I come up with. So, like, they just stole that from me.
Gimmick infringement there.
It really is.
What the fuck?
Vince, spit or swallow?
Man, I kind of wanted to like be a little tongue in cheek and say that I'm swallowing all of Raw because I loved all of it, but specifically, I'm gonna swallow SmackDown's ending with the Bloodline.
You just want to get
with
all the shit out
Drew.
of the way.
Yeah, because I blow my load quick and early.
We know. Melissa told us.
But yeah, Karrion Kross returning, Scarlett showing up. It's the old like Karrion Kross from NXT with like the gray, the TikTok.
It's the fallen prey.
The fallen
Karrion
prey.
Kross.
No, I meant like the
hair.
Gray. He has hair now, which I think he looks better. I think he looks better with the
That's
hair.
hot. He's way better with hair.
Yeah, he does.
Ass.
He looks
No,
like
not you. Not you. No, Karrion Kross did. You look great, Matt. You look great.
Matt's the only one that can pull it off. Him and Stone Cold.
I feel like I know
Not bad
a
company
lot
to
of
be in.
bald people in our chat who would be very offended with you right now.
If he's still in here, like he's been kind of quiet since.
I meant like just like our other friends, but yeah, you can specifically name drop us.
Yeah, like Reek, Justin,
Yeah, like
that's
our
it.
Bill
Or-
Goldberg.
ew. No. Boo. No.
No, I'm with you, Vince. We were like we heard rumors, we heard rumblings that he was reaching out to Karrion Kross about coming back. We didn't know if it was going to be with Scarlett. We hoped it would, but you never fucking know. And then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, in the middle of a Drew McIntyre promo on Roman, who's in the ring, telling us that his advocate is gone because he got F5 through a table, and any mere mortal would be put out by that. Gray, Scarlett, the music, I've heard it so much on 2K22, I almost forgot whose it was, and I'm sitting there, I'm trying to think, whose fucking music is that? Like a fucking idiot. And then I realized it, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then he comes out of nowhere, he bum rushes Drew falls on his sword, he's dead now, we won't see him again. Roman's just shitting his pants in the ring, like, oh shit, fuck yeah, there's that guy, he actually might be something now,
because he's not wearing a red X in the middle. Karrion Keith Cross, oh my god.
Listen, I don't care what people say about whether or not he'll ever beat Roman. You never know. It could be Cody. It could be Karrion. It could be really anybody. The world and the future of the WWE is
in his hands.
Frightening and unpredictable going forward, but also immensely interesting with Triple H at the helm. You wouldn't expect him to never beat, or you would expect him to never beat Roman Reigns with Vince booking, because we saw how Vince booked him. With Triple H there, him coming out in a leather jacket, basically copying Triple H's whole fucking 2000s gimmick.
Yep.
What he did at the end of his NXT run.
True.
There's a very good chance that, as
parallels.
Getcho called him, Karrion Keith Cross, could defeat Roman Reigns and be WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I really want them to just split the belt again. But it really is just Papa H's world. We're all just living in it. I legit saw tweets today after I got home from work at like 6 o'clock about I almost called him Keith. Damn it, Karrion Kross.
No, Keith Cross. Keith
Cross.
Keith.
Like
that's
today.
what we're calling him.
And I legit had my back turned to my TV because I was trying to figure out my laptop situation. And I heard the music. I turned around and said, "No fucking way!" And I saw Scarlett, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's all I needed." And he was there. It was crazy. It's like today. I think it was Lovely tweeted, Triple H has the fucking bat signal or something. Like, he's got the bat phone, something.
Well, no, I tweeted it out. What happened was Vince stepped down and Johnny Ace left, and apparently all that money they were paying them a year just cleared up a bunch of cap space in the budget. So now we can just bring people. Like, imagine how much money is just floating around without having to pay those two, because nobody stepped into Johnny's role. Stephanie and Nick took over Vince's role, and at least I haven't heard anyone filling their role. So I think they're still doing that. So they're doing all of it. I don't think there's a new CBO.
Okay.
He's still the president. So we just got all this money just floating around, and Triple H went and said, "Hey, I know what we can do with that." And they're like, fuck.
He's like, "Hey guys,
Stephanie, can you stop him?" No. Okay. All right. Yep. Hire more people.
Let me ask you this before we move on to the next swallow
Yes.
or spit. Would you, as a Aleister Black fan or Malachi Black fan, would you have preferred him wait out, or a Keith Lee have them wait out and for Triple H to be in control and then come back, just like a Karrion Kross did or Dakota Kai did? Would you rather
Keith Lee, yes. Black, no. It would have been too long. He loves wrestling. I know he's happy over there doing what he's doing, and if Keith Lee is too, like, I'm happy for him. I just feel like we probably would have gotten more out of Keith Lee as a main eventer with Triple H in charge than we would have with Malachi Black. As far as like a singles run, I probably would have enjoyed his run much better than even but I'm happy with what I'm seeing now. Like, I wish there was more to it, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing now in AEW. And there's always a chance when that contract expires in 5 years that he comes back over. So let him do his thing. Let him wrestle and kick and fight and do all of the fun things that he enjoys doing. And if he wants to come back to Triple H at the end of it, then come back over and we'll run Aleister Black and it'll be a surprise. I don't want an influx of everybody right away. Obviously, that Triple H release just all of a sudden, no, we're bringing everyone back and we're throwing them on the main roster. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that, but let them see.
I think Katie's next.
Yeah, no, Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm going to swallow Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford.
That's a spicy meatball.
Fantastic match. It was the whole setup to the match, the rock, paper, scissors, and Tez just throwing the mic, be like, hat, psych, and then just running, because Tez is going to be the one that, veers off eventually. I just love a good match every once in a while. I was just talking to Kylie about like stories in wrestling today, but every once in a while I do love me some good, just pure athleticism in a match, and it's Seth fucking Rollins and Montez fucking Ford. So obviously that match is going to slap, and boy oh boy it did, and I was very happy with it. So swallow.
So I am going to roll into that with something related that I have that I'm swallowing. So I'm going to make it part of yours, and then I'll move on to my next one. But
okay,
with Seth Rollins, first off, him spitting absolute facts and fire. Listen to your Katie, Matt.
What?
Did I not listen to you?
I don't know.
With Seth Rollins spitting absolute fire about Matt Riddle, and the fact that I have now concluded that there is an absolute curse of Riddle. It exists. It's a thing.
Oh.
If you look at everyone that Matt Riddle has associated himself with, Keith Lee, gone. Randy Orton, broken back from carrying that tag team. MSK, whew, that's rough. Timothy Thatcher, where the fuck's he at? And now the Street Profits, who have lost consistently since supporting Matt Riddle up to this point,
have lost back-to-back title matches.
The curse of Matt Riddle is real, ladies and gentlemen. If you hitch your horse to that saddle, or hitch your saddle to that horse, hitch your horse to that wagon, whatever the saying is, I don't know, I'm not Southern. If you do that, it is destined to end bad for you. Stay the fuck away from that guy.
Pete Dunne is now Butch.
Pete Dunne
They're
is now
the bruiserweights.
Butch. Yeah, and we don't
He's
see shit
he's
out
a
of him.
rabid. He's a rabid little dog. Just
About watching wrestling for wrestling. Yes, I watch wrestling for wrestling, but I also need a reason to watch the wrestling for other than just the wrestling, which I'll make that my first spit. You know what? We'll do that. I'm going to skip Raw and I'm going to jump all the way down to motherfucking Rampage. I am spitting AEW introducing a new character again to wrestle Jon Moxley and not giving me a reason to give a fuck about this new character wrestling Jon Moxley. I don't know who Mance Warner is. I said it last week. It is not my job as a wrestling fan to make myself get excited about a matchup that they create. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's from. I'm not going to go out and do homework on a guy just because he has a match against Jon Moxley. It is AEW's job to tell me who Mance Warner is prior to the match, why he's in a match against Jon Moxley, and why I should care. Show some clips of him wrestling and all of these things. So I'm like, okay, this guy's cool. Like, is there a history there? Tell me things. I can't just watch Jon Moxley beat the shit out of some guy that, for all I know, is just a local guy. I didn't see shit on Dynamite about Mance Warner.
Matt's the kind of people that likes to watch the story in porn. He wants to know why they're fucking.
100%.
How did she get stuck in that washer?
What is this? What is the setup? We need to know.
Did she slip and fall into the dryer? Did she try to get a piece of clothing and it got stuck in there and she got stuck?
That one sock that always goes missing. She was looking for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying they played the vignette about Mance Warner and he cut his promo prior to the match and that was cool. Like, okay, you are. I think he didn't even say his full name. He said something, maybe like a catchphrase or something. But again, I'm not familiar with him, so I didn't. Okay.
You don't fucking know.
Mance Warner showed up. He's going to go out there, but I know absolutely nothing about him. I've never seen his match. I've heard the name, but again, I'm not going to go research every wrestler that has ever existed who may show up to wrestle Jon Moxley in AEW because they are wrestling Jon Moxley. Like, they should make me care.
Yeah. That don't count. I'm sorry, Warren. That doesn't count.
I did not see that. I don't know when
I
that
saw
happened,
that, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
It does count. I mean, they showed him winning a match. Okay, I didn't see it.
It does count. Oh
Vince, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow both United States to like play up what you did with the United States Championship, like being elevated. But the triple threat matches were fantastic. The first one with AJ Styles winning, Tommaso Ciampa winning the second one, then culminating in Ciampa versus Styles, which is a match I didn't think about that I'd see on the main roster. So I don't know. Like I'm just swallowing the triple threat matches going into Tommaso Ciampa versus AJ Styles.
Fair enough. Katie and I said it did count. It does count. I just didn't see it. Vince is the one that said it didn't count. Vince also says Gore is not a spear. So,
ergo, Vince is fucking wrong.
Vince has also said that Sheamus is mid and then became a Sheamus stan, and has also said that Juventud Guerrera is the worst member of the Mexicools.
I still can't believe this.
By process of elimination, it goes super crazy, psicosis, then Juventud.
You're just disrespectful
Very
on all fronts.
Katie, spit or swallow?
This should come as no surprise. I'm gonna swallow Rhea Ripley.
No.
Oh, can you believe?
I thought you'd spit the fact that you weren't Dominic.
Bro, listen, I have never been more jealous of a boy in my entire fucking life. What I would give my first unborn child, both my kidneys, I will sign my soul to the devil herself. I wanted to be Dominic so bad. Getting choked out by them thighs. Literally, people who know my obsession were tweeting at me, Warren being one of them, Jesus being the other.
Speaking of Jesus, where is he?
I don't know. But getting involved in SummerSlam. Finally, it's what I needed. Like, just showing Dom who his real Papi is Rhea.
Showing Dom what a Dom is.
Oh, nice.
True. But, like, pushing Dom into the spear. I saw videos of her after, like, walking through the crowd telling people to suck it. And I was like, ma'am, if you asked, without a doubt. Like,
Katie was there. She's just running over. I will.
I don't even know where the fuck. Where was Raw this week?
Saskatchewan.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I just made that up.
I don't know. I know they're in Cleveland next week. Is the only reason I know that. But
Johnny,
Rhea Ripley all day, every day, twice anytime she's on a show.
And I mean, I kind of also have that. It's kind of my last thing from Raw. Not so much what you swallowed, but I was spitting the fact that Edge came back and wasn't the fucking demonic vampire that we got at SummerSlam and had just had his regular music, because I was really hoping for that. Like, I really just wanted a new version of Brood Edge to, like, do what he said he's going to do and permanently close the doors to the sex dungeon that he himself opened. That is the Sexecutioners. Like, that's what I wanted, and instead I just got regular Edge back. I was, however, swallowing the fact that Dom got split in half by Edge after getting choked out by Rhea's thighs. Bad night for Dom. This is what happens when you have a terrible father and he keeps bringing you to shows to get beat up by, every wrestler around. People are losing eyes around you. Your sister's getting muffed and insulted by her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. It is not good for the Mysterio family right now.
Oh my God.
And imagine the 3-on-3 match we could have: Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Edge versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, because she can ruin every other person on that team. She's stronger than most of the men on the roster. Let her fight.
Which goes back to a conversation I had when I believe it was when I joined Front Face Lock, and they were doing that whole, like, machismo, sexist, women can't wrestle men, who's believable, and I had that whole fight with them about it's fucking fake fighting. Why does it need to be like? Anyway, Rhea Ripley's believable. Charlotte Flair's believable. Those are two women right there who could enter the men's division. Bianca's believable, who could enter the men's division, who could beat the men in a wrestling match, who could win championships.
Literally, all I want is intergender wrestling, and, like, I'm not asking for a lot. And I think in the world of Papa H, the man, the myth, the legend, I can get that. And I will bank on it. I will talk to whoever I need to. I will spam anything I can. I need Rhea Ripley to fight every man on the roster, choke them out with her thighs. That's all I ask.
Episode 255, Rhea's thighs. And then that picture of Dominic getting choked out.
I was going to suggest Stretch Me Out, Papi. Or I was going to suggest the Tribal Queef.
I do not know about the Tribal Queef.
I don't think that will pass YouTube.
Stretch Me Out, Papi, or Rhea's thighs, but definitely the picture of Dominic getting choked by Rhea's thighs.
Choke Me Out, Papi. It's right there.
Choke Me Out, Papi works.
It's right there. I fucking wish, but no.
Funny enough, I actually had a feeling that was gonna be the picture, so I already did a template for the thumbnail. All I just need is the caption. So I'll show you guys in our chat. You guys will see it firsthand.
Katie votes Choke Me Out, Papi. I think that is a nice compromise between the two titles, your pick and my pick. So I'm with it if you are.
I mean, I want it as the thumbnail, title, and for life, but whatever.
Choke. Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. The picture is the picture. We're all in agreement.
My next swallow is the women's 4-way tag team gangbang that we got on NXT with Kaden and Katana fucking finally winning those titles. finally winning those titles. Very happy for Caden and Katana finally getting the titles. It was a hell of a 4-way tag team match. I mean, everyone kind of showed out. We got Toxic Attraction versus Caden Katana, which was also beautiful because those are the two that kept beating them and keeping them from winning the titles. So they finally got their win. Yes, Katana. So that is my swallow. I was very happy about seeing that.
Oh, fuck yeah. We have been clamoring for Team Ninja, Team whatever the fuck you want to call them, Caden and Katana to finally win these belts that they so rightfully deserved. I'm telling you, everything under Triple H, Papa H, Rake, it is Papa H, everything under him is just turning into magic.
Yeah. I'm
going to hold on to this until all hell breaks loose, but I'm going to hold on to this.
Patient zero.
I hate you, Warren.
Hey, Aiden English is a Chicago boy. I care.
I
did see that, actually.
He married to the legendary Guerrero family.
He really did.
He really did marry into the Guerrero family like a G.
As he should.
That's his biggest accomplishment.
I actually really enjoyed the Vaudevillains for their run that they had, both on the main roster and in NXT. It was fun. Simon Gotch kind of became whatever the fuck Simon Gotch became.
Whatever he is.
Had his weird feud with consensual penis Enzo Amore and all that. But I really enjoyed Aiden English. I know he is doing commentary now.
Yeah, he said that's where he feels more comfortable. Like, I kind of read his tweet. It said it's what he feels more comfortable doing. He loves being in the ring, but he feels more comfortable and more at home with a mic in his hand. So, good for him. Matthew, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Yeah. Vince, spit or swallow?
Ooh, I think this might be the biggest swallow of the fucking week. I know I said a lot of things.
You said that about the first two swallows you had.
Oh, but this is probably the biggest load and swallow of the week. And that is the Creed brothers defeating Tony D'Angelo and two stacks, two dimes, like Deuce and Domino looking dude. And my boy Santos Escobar returning, costing that man the match. Legado de Fantasma are one unit. I'm taking back what I said last week about Cruz and Joaquin Wilde not being loyal. They were loyal more than I thought they were. That was beautiful. That was magical. It brought a single gangster tear down my cheek as I saw it happen and transpire. Yeah, Santos Escobar and Legado being back and screwing over D'Angelo's family.
So I realized the new problem with doing this. I can't fucking mute you.
I knew that was going to be the thing.
So I am going to have to learn how to produce because I need to be in charge because slander like what the fuck I just heard needs to be handled. Allow me to correct what Vince said. The biggest spit of the week is the fact that Santos Escobar did not learn from his mistakes, and then after costing Tony D'Angelo the North American title, went out of his way to cost him the tag team titles. And Santos calling Tony to admit he fucked up from the beginning when Tony offered him peace. Said, I know that you can't work for me and I can't work for you. So let's do things separately. And Santos is like, oh, no. I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to beat you. And then you fucking lost. And then you didn't abide by your own goddamn words, Santos. So you fucked up. You were offered peace. You were offered 50-50 split and you denied it. And now here you are laid up in a hospital bed, fucking people shit up. Tony D'Angelo should be a tag team champion and North American champion right now by all rights, but no. And then, of course, those two shady fucks. Did he mute me? Is that why he's laughing?
No, he's muted himself.
Okay. Those two shady fucks who pretended to be boys of Tony, pretended to fall in line, doing the bullshit that they did and just fall. They're not loyal. They just go wherever the fucking biggest dick swinging is at the point. Like, they're just chasing giant dicks. That's all they're doing. I am muted, it said. Why am I muted?
You're not muted. I'm muted.
I can hear you.
I'm muted.
I can hear you.
Maybe he's fucking with me. Because he was also supporting your point. And first off, Chicago, Oak Park's own Tony D'Angelo. So, and luckily for you, he was gracious enough to not just let him sleep with the fishes. He's going to give him one last chance to fight it out, because he could have just tapped his ass and end it.
I will like to point out that Rick is right. That's what he gets for not putting the actual tag team in the tag team title match, which is something that you bitched and complained and spat about the fucking Inner Circle, where Chris Jericho was having tag matches without the actual tag team.
You wanted him to put faith in a tag team that has basically just lost every match they've ever been in.
You gotta give trust to gain trust.
They haven't earned the right. They were still working their way up the ladder to get there.
How do we know that Two Stacks Deuce and Domino is even good? Like we don't know if he's good. What has he done in his whole career?
Supported
Tony the way he should. His Don. Yes, Katie, please go ahead.
Thank you. I raised my hand all polite. I'm about to tell y'all, shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna say it. These hoes ain't loyal. It's Joaquin and Cruz. Hoes ain't loyal.
Clearly, neither's Wreak Havoc, so we'll add him to the hoes.
I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, your advocate is going against you right now.
Yeah, he does it a lot.
Yeah, these hoes ain't loyal.
I kind of just accept it. Anyways, it was, I definitely was expecting some shady shit to happen in that match. Fucking whatever. I was expecting shady shit to happen. I was not expecting Santos to show up at all, because I really thought he was still laid up in a hospital bed. No, not bad choices, sir. Correct choices. Now we'll fight. Because Team Tony, I'm agreeing with Matt. Like, point blank period. Tony gave Santos the choice. He said, you know what? 50-50. Whatever.
No, he didn't.
Santos was shady, bro.
Santos has been shady.
Exactly. Like, how are you going to have your boys and Elektra infiltrate and then screw them over? That's shady shit. That's
John Cena did
business.
The same thing to the Nexus. He infiltrated and destroyed them from the inside.
Well, Cena, no. Don't ever disrespect John Cena again. Or when I come
Why not? He's related.
He's
He's related to a very famous luchador, Juan Cena. That's his family. He has the essence of lucha libre in his bloodline.
Katie, I think the only bad choice you ever made was keeping your advocate instead of going with your special counsel, based on what I'm seeing in the chat. Just saying.
We cannot do this. I'm stressed.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I was just going to spit reek.
Reek's already on my shit list for SummerSlam, so you just keep adding to that pile. Hold on. Keep adding to that pile, Reek. I'll be ready for you.
It's still just the one arm every time. And I'm not commenting on the other thing Vince said. What I will say is I'm going to... What happened first between these two? I'm trying to go in chronological order, but I can't remember. Listen, I didn't expect to be on the show, so I had to write everything down real fast. I
lost my notes, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't. But I'm going to swallow Carmelo Hayes versus Nathan Frazier. That match was incredible. That match was so good. Specifically, Nathan Frazier photobombing Gianni Vinci during his entrance.
That was like disrespectful.
Scooby-Doo running out here. What do you mean it was disrespectful? Mello said, and I quote, "First person to step in this ring gets a title shot." What does Gianni Vinci do? Take his sweet ass time with his
Giovanni Vinci was making his grand entrance.
No. If you have a title shot opportunity, one opportunity, Eminem said it best. You're gonna waste your fucking time on Your entrance?
What did you
No.
say? Like that one dude from the Jericho Association Society was like, opportunity.
Entertainers. Fuck you. I'm drinking and there's too many accents in my head. I don't even know my own. Fucking Gianni Vinci didn't seize his moment, seize his opportunity. I'm gonna keep saying it like that now. Fuck you. So Nathan Frazier took it and had a banger of a match. When either of them make it to the main roster, stars.
Can you kill Nightbot? Can we do that?
I can't do that right now.
We're gonna need Travis to get in the Twitch and do it because it's annoying.
Vince can get in the Twitch and do it, but we'll do it after this because I'm tired of him yelling at our listeners. They should be excited. They should use all caps. They should be fired up, especially about my next spit. Brooks and Dunn's interview being interrupted by Joe Wayne Gacy because, listen, B Squared, Bull Buchanan, whoever the fuck's child that is part of Brooks and Dunn cannot cut a promo. He's like, I'm going to give directions for my fist to your face. Like, what the fuck was that? Do not talk. Your dad didn't talk. Your dad was quiet. He just stood behind John Cena, and they just stood behind Right to Censor. Do that. Stand behind Jensen and or maybe he is Jensen. Stand behind Josh Briggs and shut the fuck up. Brooks Jensen is the one. Yes. He's B Squared's kid.
I don't know. Yes. I don't know. We call them Brooks and Dunn all the time. I don't know their actual names.
I call them Brooks and Jensen.
Also, Joe trying to seduce Grimes after his win over Brooks because this is not the Joe Wayne Gacy that I fell in love with. This is not the creepy cult leader. This is like a weird Jehovah's Witness version of him. Like I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not.
No. I have a specific spit from all
Neither
of
am
that.
I, Creation World, and that's okay.
Neither am I. But Jesus, specifically, I'm spitting Brooks's shorts because what the fuck? Those were terrible.
No,
like you cannot rock hoochie shorts, especially jean hoochie shorts. You're not allowed.
Those weren't hoochie shorts. Those were something else. I feel
those were yeehawed hoochie shorts, and they sucked. I'm just spitting or stating a fact, not spitting a fact.
Apparently, Reek's just spitting everything in the chat. Hoochie shorts do not look good on B Squared's child.
No, not whatsoever.
No.
Vince, spit or swallow.
Spit or swallow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on NXT. I think you covered most of it. So I'm gonna jump over to.
I've got 4 more things from NXT on my list.
No, in terms of my swallows or spits.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to Dynamite, and I'm gonna swallow that dumpster tag team match because that shit was fire. The Acclaim got their dub over the Trash Boys. They got their rap in. They beat the shit out of them and tossed them over the stage. Granted, it wasn't as impressive as when the New Age Outlaws did it to Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack. However, still, nonetheless, the Acclaim won up on the Trash Boys. I'm soloing that.
I was too. I told you the Acclaimed has been winning me over. Also, I like the fact that the Ass Boys got to relive one of Daddy Ass's most famous moments, but in reverse. Instead of pushing the dumpster off, they got to be in the dumpster. I was actually genuinely concerned for their well-being after the dumpster flipped. So, yeah, I'm with you on that.
I would like to bleach my eyeballs after everything Vince just did. But I am agreeing. It was a fun match. And that was like the whole, like, for my question for Sheely, like, when was the last time we saw a fucking dumpster match? Like, It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was good. I loved it. The Acclaimed are honestly becoming my favorite thing in all of AEW. If not already are my favorite thing in AEW.
Wow.
Do not listen to Reek. Don't listen to Reek. I cannot wait till I'm in control of this podcast again.
Yeah.
I would cut your video off.
Come back to the waiting room. Go to have another.
Katie.
Yo.
Spit or swallow?
I'm going to spit JD McDonald's Funko head looking ass and Braun Breaker's Heat Wave Summit fucking thing. First of all, who let this sadistic son bitch sign his contract in blood. Sir, monkeypox are a thing right now. Can you relax? There's too many diseases. He can't be out here. And I wanted to shake this man's hand. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, shout out to Braun for not trying to get HIV.
Big shout out. We don't know what Funko Pop heads carry. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what diseases they have. That's why
shouldn't Funko Pops stay in their packaging? Like, shouldn't someone like put him in like in a box like in Toy Story? Like, whether they would Buzz in the first one? Yeah, just
Prospector in the second.
Yeah.
I really want a new Toy Story where they involve Funko Pops and how someone like keeps them all in the boxes and they're very upset that they're trapped in the boxes and they want to get out.
Oh my god, can we make that happen? Who do I have to talk to make that happen?
I mean, Katie, we manifested the tag team tournament back.
I'm manifesting
Funko Pops Toy Story 5.
I'm manifesting that shit. I need it. I
100%.
need it.
Also, he did the blood but he didn't do it as well. Wasn't it Ciampa that signed in blood as well? Ciampa did it better.
Yeah, Ciampa always does things better.
I mean, there's been a lot of people who signed in blood recently. Kenny did it with Hangman.
Yeah, man.
Brock did it. No, Taker did it. No, somebody did it. Somebody stabbed somebody with a pen. I don't remember.
Undertaker.
That was Taker.
Undertaker.
That was the best.
Brock.
I remember that. Oh yes, I'm so sorry, Mr. Shaker. So sorry.
And it was that Taker that did it too.
Even better.
Braun is kind of cooling off for me, and this feud ain't heating him back up. It should have been Solo Sikoa, which leads me to my next swallow, Solo Sikoa, causing the extinction event of Neanderthal Ned in that awesome fucking match. Like, they beat the shit out of each other all over the place. And not awesome in that Neanderthal Ned was a part of it. Awesome that Solo came off the top rope like the comet that extinguished the dinosaurs and put Dino Dan out of his misery. He's already lost Sophia Cromwell. Robert Stone ain't shit. Please move Solo into that North American or NXT championship picture a fucking sap.
Please. For the love of God.
Agreed. I actually skipped the match just because I don't care about prehistoric Pete or whatever.
Oh no, it was great.
Prehistoric Paul.
Paul, yeah. Thank you.
I think Pete rolls off the tongue for me. He can be a Pete and Paul.
No, he can't. Listen,
he's not Peter, Paul, and Mary. Get the fuck out of here.
Peter Paul.
No. Anyway, Vince, spit or swallow.
This is the first time since we've done it in the new format, but I'm gonna gargle the Undisputed Elite breaking up and kicking out the Young Bucks because I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because on one end, I anticipated it happening at some point. On the other hand, it kind of felt like a little too soon, a little bit rushed, just so they can do, I guess, the Young Bucks versus Undisputed Elite. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel. So I'm gargling that. That's what.
I'm gonna tag Katie in. Go ahead.
Tag. Too soon? Sorry, are you fucking kidding me? I literally just talked about this earlier with Kylie. Adam Cole is still injured. Kyle O'Reilly still injured. Robert Fish Sr. is doing whatever. You'll understand when the episode comes out in a month. So we're not gonna get Hung Bucks versus UE because that physically cannot happen right now.
I'm still shook on
Robert Fish Sr. The man is 98 years old. What do you want? I don't know what you want from me here. But it was not too soon. It was the perfect time to do that. Because Adam and Kyle are still injured, it takes them out of the trios tournament, has them focus on fucking the Bucks over possibly during this whole tournament, depending on who their partner is. It's not going to be Kenny. Sorry to people who want it to be Kenny. It's probably going to be Hangman.
You know someone personally?
I know a lot of people personally who want it to be Kenneth. She doesn't listen to the show anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I think this was the perfect opportunity. You brought him back. That means hopefully Adam, little babe Cole over here, will be cleared for All Out so he can do something, which that would be nice. I don't know exactly still what's wrong with him. It does genuinely suck, though, that he is still injured. Same with Kyle, because fuck you. It sucks, but storyline wise, stories. Remember we were talking about stories? Storyline wise, this makes the most sense.
I don't know. It just okay. I'm sorry. I think maybe it's the fact that I just skip Rampage and Dynamite a lot, and I miss some story beats because I don't quite care for AW as much as
that would happen if you just fucking watch the show. You'd know what's going on.
Yeah, but see, I tried. I genuinely try to watch Dynamite on a week-to-week basis, and then I just like this is not entertaining. This is not sports entertainment, you know. So I just turned away.
I hope Warren left because he's not going to be happy about that. I am on the opposite end. I'm swallowing UE turning on the Bucks because Bucks down bad makes me happy. Fuck the Bucks. I am spitting story time with Adam Cole when he doesn't tell a fucking story while we're on the subject, but swallowing Hangman in a wife beater and butterfly jeans because that was a look.
Yes,
yeah, I'm swallowing that too.
Any man just in jeans, shirtless and or with a wife beater, Drew McIntyre shirtless, Hangman in a wife beater, is one of the hottest things ever in life. I don't care if you're a wrestler and whatever.
One of the hottest things in jeans and a wife beater.
I would die. I would melt.
Wait, who's still doing what shit? Reek.
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
But I was also swallowing specifically Hangman's jeans because those butterfly jeans were so cute. I don't know where the fuck we found them. Shout out to the fucking Monarchs. A man cares about the environment, has great fashion sense. Oh yeah, story time with no story. Adam Cole is still doing that. See, we spit story time with Adam Cole, baby, because there is no story. We will be swallowing eventually when I figure it out. Story time with Katie Kinsey, baby, once I figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I will have actual fucking stories. Just like.
Yeah.
Katie, spit or swallow. Oh, sorry, Vince. Looked like you had some more.
No. I just.
Did you want to talk about butterfly jeans and how they're not chaps with, just chaps because chaps don't have an ass. So you can't say assless chaps because all chaps are assless.
I don't know. I think are all chaps created equal? And
all chaps are assless and all gores are spears. It's just the way the world works.
Oh my god! Bravo!
But not all spears are gores. But all gores are spears.
I like it. Very nice. Is it my
Put
turn?
on your campaign.
Yes, Katie, it is because he started the Young Bucks conversation.
Oh yeah. I'm going to spit just because I didn't care about it. Everything going on with Duke Hudson and Axiom. I just don't care. The name still sucks. I know we're like over shitting on like names. It sucks. But I didn't care about the match. I didn't care about the lead up and anything after that. I just don't care about Duke Hudson anymore. I never really did. So it's just
for like that brief minute during the domestic violence dispute thing, I cared, but then after that,
yeah, him as a human being, I cared about at that time. Him as a character, no, eat a dick. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually didn't even put it in my notes because I didn't care enough about it to spit it. Listen, but I didn't care enough about it. I didn't obviously swallow it.
I only remembered it happened because I told you I had to go through each show and figure out what happened so I could write it down.
I'm going to swallow Mandy Rose. I'm swallowing her getting the win over Saray and then going to destroy Saray's ankle and Zoe coming out and attacking her. I don't know how I feel about the new Corey yet, so that is kind of a gargle. Like the attitude I'm kind of feeling, but I'm still a little unsure on the new Cora Jade. I like it better than Avril Lavigne, so we'll see where it falls.
She needs to change that theme song.
I did appreciate the fact that Mandy was trying to get her to do her dirty work, and she's like, listen, you only ask people to do shit that benefits you, and I'm not going to come out here and put my neck on the line against Zoe Stark unless it has benefit for me. And Mandy's like, all right, well, if you take out Zoe Stark, I'll give you the title shot. Okay, I'll think about it. Like, she's not just a lackey for Mandy Rose. You know, like, she actually has some thought behind her actions. Like, you don't want to go fuck with Zoe Stark, but if you're going to go fuck with Zoe Stark, you want to get something out of it.
Exactly.
So, I'm swallowing that.
Fair. True.
Vince, spit or swallow?
I am going to go ahead and swallow the fact that Shinsuke beat Ludwig Kaiser on SmackDown, and we got the confrontation between him and Gunther. And now next week, we're going to get Gunther versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the IC title. That is my wet dream match of, like, ever. I've never even thought of that matchup possibly happening. And the fact that this is under the new Papa H umbrella, man, that match is gonna slap in more ways than one. Because I'm talking about those Gunther chops on Shinsuke. Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm spitting that, and I'm spitting it every week until it's told to me that match is going to be on a pay-per-view. I don't want Intercontinental title matches on SmackDown. I want it on Clash at the Castle.
So
Survivor
are you
Series.
spitting the fact also that Ciampa versus Lashley is happening on Monday?
No, you know why? Because I had a fucking U.S. title match on goddamn SummerSlam. You know what I didn't have? An Intercontinental title match.
Literally.
Because I had 2 triple threat matches to determine a number 1 contender, not a singles match between Gunther's lackey and Shinsuke Nakamura, who he has already beaten, to become number 1 contender for a match on SmackDown. They're not putting the prestige on the IC title that it deserves.
I think it's going to be a slow burn thing. I think it's going to be a slow burn thing because they're just playing off of the storyline that. Man, I'm like this tempted to like take Matt off of like the thing, remove him from the stream, put him in the waiting room. But that's disrespectful and rude, and I can't do that.
Yeah, you're not me. You don't have that kind of negative energy.
Oh,
I mean, I do, but I'm trying to like be cool about it.
Also, I will let you know if you kick me out of my own fucking show, you will be on a 2-month vacation, and Katie will win the title of Pornhub Papi. So
it might be worth it.
I don't think it's gonna be fucking worth it.
That title needs to be on a fucking pay-per-view. I want to see it, and until they announce that it's going to be on a pay-per-view. We're live streaming and Vince is the producer. That's what's going on here. So I'm not running the Zoom call. Vince is running the Streamlabs or StreamYard. We will fix that in the weeks to come. Do not worry.
Don't fret anybody.
This is 1 week. However, until the IC title gets the respect it deserves and gets put on a pay-per-view, I don't care who his opponent is. I'm going to spit it.
They should have started building this tonight, like having the first one-on-one with Shinsuke and Ludwig. And that gives you a month to build to Clash at the Castle, because it's like.
Is it a month? Isn't it like next week?
Isn't it September?
No, it's September.
It is not
There's nothing in
next
August.
Week.
What?
There's no August pay-per-view.
I'm pretty sure this was another conversation in my chat on my show. Weird.
It was.
Suspicious.
Well,
actually,
Vince is sorry. Go ahead, Katie.
No, do you know when?
I think it's September 5th. I think it's the same weekend as Zoe's birthday. I think it's Labor Day weekend. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Same weekend as All Out?
Possibly.
Clash.
I'm just going to Google it, because it's Googleable. I actually kind of need to know.
Who's next?
Katie's next, but Katie's Googling.
So
I'll let
September 3rd, according to Warren.
Katie spit or swallow. So yeah, it's the same weekend. It's just it's on the Friday instead of the Sunday.
Oh, that's fucking weird. I'm gonna since I'm still on NXT, I'm going to swallow Alba and Lash, because I'm more so just swallowing women's wrestling in general this week. But more later to come. But I thought it was a good match. Building up. I don't know why Vince is fucking bored with me talking.
No, I'm not bored. I'm just like leaning back and listening.
Oh, you looked very upset about her swallowing Alba and Lash.
Yeah.
That's how I took it too. You're like,
Yeah.
is she really swallowing this? Is that what's going on right now? Like that's
Like,
how I took it. I was like, wow, he got really mad about that swallow. Holy shit.
I just thought he was bored. of
I've leaned back a few times. I think this is the first time you guys have noticed, though.
Lean back.
That's all I was thinking too. No, because you have this feud. Like NXT is doing a really good job with having multiple women's feuds going on at the same time. So having Lash and Alba, and having Lash put Alba on the shelf for a few weeks ago, or whatever, and then having this match. I honestly don't remember who won. I think it was Lash. I don't remember. But regardless, I liked the match.
I'm pretty sure Alba Fire won, but I was like, I thought it was funny that you're swallowing the match. You can't remember who won it.
There's been a lot of wrestling this week.
I understand. Continue, please.
Thank you. Oh, I gotta please? Damn. But it's more so the fact that you don't, besides Mandy, you don't really have a dominant heel. Mandy's dominant because she has toxic attraction. Lash is a dominant heel because she literally could just whoop your ass. So, I'm about it. And I love
Nikita would make a better heel than she would have faced, in my opinion.
That is also very true. Nikita needs to be on TV more. Can you believe she's only 23?
I know Warren Hayes is a huge Lash legend Nikita Lyons fan. I know those are some of his favorite female wrestlers in the world.
Oh.
He loves them as much as he loves Eva Marie and phone wallets. Contract signing.
Oh, it's a whole thing, Vince. You don't understand.
I am going to swallow Jungle Boy attempting vehicular homicide on Christian during his interview, and then wearing a Christian is a pussy t-shirt on TV.
Tell me why I legit have Jungle Boy attempted vehicular manslaughter on my list. Verbatim.
I am glad to see Jungle Boy gruesome Jungle Boy ball or Jungle Man balls.
Jungle balls.
Jungle. He's not Jungle Boy. No. He's Jungle Man. When you attempt vehicular manslaughter, you become a man.
I would hope so.
I mean,
is that true?
I'm just stating a fact.
Has anyone in the chat attempted vehicular manslaughter as a becoming a man ritual?
A rite of passage.
Fuck, I dropped my pen.
Nikita Sarah Lee personified.
Pound cake on two legs. Yes. Vince, spit or swallow?
How do I follow that?
It sounded like a fake ass laugh. He said, ah ha ha. Sounded like a
No, I'm a swallow the ongoing story narrative of Sami Zayn trying to get into the tribal chief locker room and being thwarted by the Usos. And I love the dynamic of Jimmy just being like, oh, no, man, we're cool. We'll text you and stuff like that. But Jay's out here like, nah, bitch, get the fuck out of here. This ain't I am about it.
Do not put that comment on the screen. I am not incriminating my friend.
No.
Leave that in the chat.
Do
Leave
not.
that in the chat.
It stays.
We'll take that to cafeteria court later.
Is that the one? Is that the comment you were talking about?
No, it's not.
No, Vince, don't put anything else on the fucking screen. That's what you can do.
Nah.
Anyways, what were you talking about?
Sami Zayn, his whole interactions with the Usos, and basically Jay calling him out at towards the end, talking about how like are you really an Uso? You really ride for us? And I love the interaction. Just Sami Zayn is pure gold. He's a gem.
You know, I'm with you on that. Sammy's whole journey as the tribal bitch boy has been really fun. And then the fact that, they're sending him off to do errands and shit because he's bothering them and Roman doesn't want to spend time with them, even though he thinks he does. And they're like, listen, like Jay finally snapped and being like, bro, we transcended to another level. Double champion. Start pulling your weight and go do something, or we may take that shirt back from you. So now we're going to see some evolution of Sammy. Sammy's going to have to do something. His arm's out of the sling. We're going to get some shit.
Nightbot's the biggest heel right now. Can we spit Nightbot?
Always.
Reek, we'll talk about court later. Katie, spit or swallow?
I am swallowing War Daddy. Wardlow himself. I mean, is it really a Smackin Raw episode if I don't swallow both Rhea Ripley and Wardlow? Come on.
Probably not.
He showed up looking fan-fucking-tastic. Said, Jay Lethal's trying to get the smoke. I'm gonna whoop that ass. As he should. And just Wardlow showing up on my TV, like, put some goddamn respect on your TNT champion. I cannot date with you. Like, I need Wardlow consistently on TV, possibly ripping a button-up shirt every now and then for personal reasons. Just, utilize him as your champ. I know he has a match at Battle of the Belts tomorrow, but, like, I'm not going to watch that because I don't care.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
You're not going to watch Wardlow defend his title?
I don't know if I'll be home in my defense.
Fair enough.
But War Daddy.
1-800 War Daddy. I'm swallowing Thunderstorm versus Britt and Hayter.
I'm swallowing that because of Tony Storm.
And I'm also swallowing Tony Storm's latest pictorial. Respectfully. As the kids like to say. I mean, Jamie Hayter can go. Britt's good. Thunder Rosa can go, even though she's a sandbagger, self-proclaimed sandbagger since 2014. Tony Storm can go. Yeah, you didn't see the shirt and that whole thing?
Were you not paying attention?
No.
Shocker.
That drop kick off the top rope to break the pin up and the back of Jamie's head. Holy shit.
Literally came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
All you just see is a pair of legs fall into scream.
And I have to swallow a good women's match on AEW whenever I get it. So
in the first hour, too.
Mm-hmm.
They usually give you one.
I mean, I do wish Thunder Rosa wasn't in tag team matches consistently. But
as your singles women's champion? No.
Exactly. No.
Why?
I mean, she has a match tomorrow against Jamie Hayter. But that doesn't fucking count. Because, again, I'm not going to watch it. So.
If Katie doesn't watch it,
fuck you both. I knew both of you were going to say it. Fuck you.
Vince, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the fact that Shayna won the gauntlet match because it made a lot of the times back in the day when Vince was running things, you would look at storyline like that makes too much sense, so it's not gonna happen. Shayna winning and being the next challenger for Liv Morgan made all the sense in the world, and it actually fucking happened. I'm swallowing that. Like the gauntlet match itself was what it was. Like I don't think it was like the best match, especially because there was too much Raquel Rodriguez in the match because we don't claim her. But Shayna winning
that gauntlet like it was January 6th.
Shayna Baszler getting that title shot, well deserved. She felt like the SmackDown's Tommaso Ciampa coming up in the world.
That again, I'm with you. Again, Triple H's kids fucking winning, baby. Shayna getting that win, getting that match against Liv. I'm actually swallowing the whole women's segment and gauntlet. Liv doing her promo where she's like, "Oh yeah, call me out on my bullshit." Like, I get it. I tapped. I thought it was a 3, but I did tap.
Also,
I'm curious.
Fuck the fans for booing Liv Morgan. How? You stupid sons of bitches. Don't ever.
But then they chant Liv Morgan in the middle of the match.
Literally, this ain't Burger King, fuckers. You can't have it your way. Do not boo Liv when we all have been clamoring for Liv to be champion. And because she owned up and said, y'all called me out on my shit, literally said shit on TV and they fucking bleeped it, whatever. Don't boo Do not boo her. Pissed. Sorry.
Maybe I should get Burger King after this.
Katie got Sonya and Zaya. I got Shotzi, even though Raquel, which is what I'm spitting, beat Shotzi and Zaya, which was some bullshit.
Can we spit Raquel?
We can spit. I'm spitting Raquel. I'm spitting Raquel running through the gauntlet like it was January 6th and beating Shotzi and Zaya.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Shouldn't have to beat
I
Zaya
concur.
like
I concur. Can I swallow Zaya though? God damn. Like, goddamn. Like,
I will not allow you to swallow Zaya because she is mine. I have been petitioning to get kicked in the face for a year at least.
And choked out by thighs. Stepped on.
See, now, like, those are some thighs I'd want to get choked out by. Like, Rhea Ripley can choke me out, but, like, man, Zaya Lee got some thighs on her.
That's just part of your anime fetish.
I will say I did love Io doing a split in the middle of the right before a match.
I understand. I'm swallowing Eddie Kingston saving us from that awful Tay Conti Sammy Guevara vignette. Thank you, Eddie, for cutting that shit off and saving us from having to watch that.
See, muchas gracias, señor. Because he said, yeah, ain't nobody fucking cares about these kids getting married, which big fucking truth. Did you see their fake ass disgusting tans they got?
Yep.
Terrible.
No, I just saw Sammy on the screen. I might skip fast forward. I just skipped all of it.
Instead of skip, how about spit or swallow?
I think I ran through everything, Matt.
Okay, Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow Miro. Everything Miro, the promos this man does, like, he doesn't really even need to be in the ring half the time. Just give that man promo time, and he's going to give you a masterpiece. I still want to know what is going on with him and House of Black.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Miro in House of Black. Holy fuck. Because where the fuck has Buddy Matthews been? Oh, yeah, fucking Rhea Ripley taking my dream. I'm still pissed. I'm sorry. I have a lot of feelings about this.
I mean, I got nothing but respect for Buddy. Alexa, Rhea.
The man got game, and
Aaliyah.
I said it last week. He got Aaliyah pregnant. They took her off TV for a while. She came back. That baby was gone.
Stop.
Your nuts have been redeemed. That line made me a stand. That's funny.
It's true. And that Miro, nothing but bangers of promos. Again, I need to see the just one-on-one with him and Malachi. Because that's what we want. That's what we need. That's what we're looking to.
Why did he not get the All-Atlantic AEW title?
Because
Pac did, or I don't know. I say Pac. I don't know. I've heard it both
Pac.
ways so many times. I never actually know.
I think it's Pac, but Tupac, it's Pac. For me, it's always going to be Pac. I don't give a fuck. He could look me in the face and say, "It's Pac," and I'll be like, "Okay, Pac."
Okay, Pac.
Pac.
Chicken pox, you know.
1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4.
This isn't even on my thing, but you brought him up. So he has been,
like in a long-term feud with God.
So Pac has been defending that title on Dark and random things here and there against indie things, or Dark Elevation, whatever. But it is against people from the All Atlantic, no one from America, which is nice. And
also people from Japan, and Japan is not in the Atlantic. And I want to point that out and make that clear that it is truly Fantasyland, because they are now just including themselves in all Atlantic things when they are in the Pacific.
I know. That's not what I was getting to. What I'm getting to is Kip Sabian probably getting back in the ring finally. Because if you've watched Dynamite at all, he's just been a box for a year, it seems like.
So he's been in a box like we wanted to put JD McDonough in.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
That
He
Lightyear
also
bus.
looks like a Funko Pop with the box on. But the match is going to be great between the two of them because as much as Kip Sabian's whole storylines with Miro and Penelope fucking sucked,
Everything he did in AEW.
The kid can go in the ring, and that's what I'm excited about. And hopefully they actually do something with Pac and the title on All Out. Like, utilize. If I don't get a championship match with every single champion on All Out, Tony Khan can catch
But
these
that's
fucking
Battle of the Belts.
It's I don't fucking care.
Is the All Atlantic title on the line of Battle of the Belts?
No.
Because it's not
what kind
really
of fucking battle is this then?
It's not a battle for the belts.
It's not a battle.
I'm swallowing the death of Team Taz.
Same.
Only good things can come from the death of Team Taz.
That's true.
I forgot all about that. But yeah, that's a great thing you pointed out there, Matt, because hopefully this means neutral Taz on commentary. Because it seemed like that's what we're getting. Because
he'll still simp for his son because hype up your boy, like
he
should.
Yeah, obviously. But I don't know. I think this might be good things all around because maybe he can replace JR, and then now we don't have to see JR on commentary all week. So
I mean, I'm spitting the fact that QT Marshall's still around for whatever reason, and now Ricky Starks is getting into a feud with him, which we saw on Rampage. So maybe not good things all around right away because keep everyone away from QT. Let him go train and keep him off TV. That's my personal opinion. Neither here nor there. Good things for Hobbs. Good things for Starks eventually once he gets past QT. I don't give a fuck if anything good happens for Hook. Like, leave him with his imaginary title and let him take naps. I'm good with that.
Right. Imaginary title.
I mean, it's not sanctioned, so.
QT's still around. Your buddy.
Your best friend.
In the bowling t-shirts. Katie, spit or swallow?
I am spitting Matt Hardy versus Christian because it is not early 2000s anymore, and I do not fucking care. I didn't like the match, whatever. The best part of the match was someone in the crowd had a sign that said, "I played this match in No Mercy." That was the best part of the match. So I didn't give a fuck. And like you said, Jungle Boy, Jungle Man with the Christian as a pussy shirt. And those bastards didn't even put it on TV. They kept trying to like camera pan up and like away from him as fast as they can. Tony Khan, you stupid son of a bitch. We heard him call him a pussy. That was the first line out of Jungle Boy's mouth when he came back.
Listen,
Christian, you're a pussy. Like,
Tony can't put something on TV that he can't get in real life.
Sheesh. I mean, but
you're not wrong.
I'm gonna swallow Ethan Page, deserving more, and Stokely making moves.
Stokely's building an army. Like
I
Loki.
forgot all about the Ethan thing. That was part of my swallows. Yes, fantastic. I thought I didn't. I didn't have no. Well, I had notes, but I lost my notes. It's been a shit day, guys. Give me a break. But yeah, I'm swallowing Ethan Page. Like, I'm swallowing that too. I'm with you, Matt. I'm with you. Managers are back, baby.
Managers are back.
But apparently all caps aren't.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow Pat McAfee. His existence in general. Him with the fucking I don't do sports ball, the thing where you can draw on it, whatever the fuck that is. That was fun. That was a nice little...
I can tell you, but it's more fun to let you describe it. So I'm going to let that happen.
Fuck you. But him writing on it when they replayed him kicking Baron Corbin in the balls, which he doesn't have any, so I don't know what he was kicking. But doing like the ouch, my balls. It was perfect. It was like high school humor, and it made me chuckle. And I'm just studying film. Thank you.
Telestrator.
Telestrator?
Yeah.
That's a game. No, that's Telestrations.
Anyway,
I'm confused.
I'm with you, Katie. The energy that he brought, the excitement, and the fact that he just kicked him in the nutsack and like breaking it down, circling, drawing, doing it was fucking great way to open up the show. It really was. It really got me in a good mood.
Listen, and like I will always love Pat McAfee because that's a Pittsburgh boy, like homegrown. He's like he grew up not far from me, so
he brought me around. I was not a Pat McAfee fan at first. I was not feeling Pat McAfee. I was anti Pat McAfee, but I have come around on Pat McAfee.
I was obviously when he was fighting against Adam Cole, but Pat McAfee definitely came around.
The match with Adam Cole is was the turnaround for me. Is because I saw the banger he put on with Adam Cole. I'm like, okay, this guy's in.
Which is surprising because regardless of how good Logan Paul does, it still doesn't turn me around on him. So apparently Logan Paul is a much bigger piece of shit than I thought Pat McAfee was. I'm spitting Anna JAS. I'm spitting Anna being in the JAS. I'm spitting the fact that she did that weird thing where she choked the guy out and was screaming because that felt like the gimmick that should be in the Dark Order. That should have been the Anna we were getting in the Dark Order. That Anna would have fit in with the weird fucking Dark Order that they told us still exists and isn't going anywhere, but is like, where the fuck is Colt Cabana? Anna J is now in the JAS. She's Anna JAS. Like
so stupid.
Spitting that whole thing.
Yep. 100%.
Not a fan of the new Anna J right now. We'll see, but right now, not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, the fits are great. Her choking out some random dude backstage, I was a little jealous. It's just this week. I don't know. Men getting choked out by women. It's not fair.
Also, I'm not a fan of Magic Mike, Daddy, Magic Matt. Save big money at Menards. And Angelo Parker, whatever the fuck his name is. Like, not even a little bit. Didn't like them in NXT. Don't like them in AEW. Can do without them being on my TV.
Yeah,
forever.
never rise.
Never rise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sports entertainers. Fuck them.
Sports entertainers.
Katie does a great accent.
Thank you.
Katie, spit or swallow. I feel bad. Like I feel like Vince doesn't even like we just.
Well, no. I only have one more because again, I wasn't really. I was trying to get my computer to cooperate with me because I was trying to upload shit and it was not cooperating, so I wasn't really paying attention to like SmackDown and Rampage. I'm going to swallow Madison Rayne. I have seen, so I don't watch TNA, never did, but I have seen matches of hers in the past. So good. She's a good component. That's what I was thinking of. Good component in the women's division. Not only is she going to help train your women and make them better because you don't give them TV time to do that, she's going to be involving herself in the division. Like having, and I said this on my show, having Serena Deeb, who was a coach, who knows what she's doing in the ring and has 20 plus years experience, having Madison Rayne in your women's division, this is the start of what you need for this women's division in AEW. Obviously, it's still not going to be top shape because it's Tony Khan, but this is definitely a step in the right direction for this, so I'm very excited. Plus, she's so pretty.
I'm with you on this. I'm swallowing Layla Gray, specifically for the aesthetic. However, I'm spitting the match because the match was not great.
The match wasn't, but I'm just happy Madison Rayne is on TV.
Yeah,
because she deserves it.
Yeah, there was some timing issues there. Layla needs some work, but hopefully she gets it. Because I enjoy the character aspect of her, and I kind of wish we get a little more with Jade and that whole like. I feel like we did that, and then like for 2 weeks we haven't heard shit about it, and she wasn't out there with Jade and Kira the last time, and it's my biggest pet peeve of AEW where they start doing something and they just give up on it for 2 weeks and they bring it back and expect us to care again. But we're seeing these characters do other things, which I have 2 spits left. I'll do this one. The best friends, or as I call them, the average at best friends, not realizing that they are really just shitty friends. They're shitty friends to Wheeler Yuta. They're shitty friends to each other. Trent's out here, and I love Trent far more than I love Chuck Taylor, who doesn't wear Chuck Taylors. Fuck that guy. Being like, we're better as a unit. We're better as a team. Motherfucker, you're the one that stepped out and cheated on them with Rocky Romero. You're the one that went out with your side bitch for like 3 months. You're the reason why the best friends fell apart. You're the one that just left Chuck on the sidelines off TV because you had a fling with Rocky Romero.
Blame
because
him, though?
Rapungi Vice. Like, I didn't even know what the fuck that was. Like, he's not a best friend. He's not part of the group. And their whole association is weird and confusing to me. And the only one I really like now, outside of Orange Cassidy, is Chris Statlander and the fact that Danhausen fucks with them. That's all they really have for me at this point.
It's cold.
But don't give a fuck about them joining the trios shit, the trios titles, none of that. Because I don't want to see average at best friends win.
They're not gonna win. Can I swallow them coming out with the trench coat?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I thought it was very much, it was giving Little Rascals when they try and go to the bank. And I loved that. So I love me some comedy every now and then.
I do too. I love Danhausen, which is part of the comedy. Danhausen should be FTW champion. I have no idea why you have an imaginary belt and you don't put it on fucking Danhausen. Put it on Hook. Neither here nor there. My last spit is going to be Viking Raiders going from breaking the New Day to squash matches against no-name tag teams. Because you do not go from jerking off to Playboy back to jerking off to the JCPenney's lingerie section. You do not go from hardcore porn back to rated R films. That is not the trajectory. We have moved past them squashing no-name local talent. We do not need to see that anymore. They broke Kofi or Xavier Woods. Like, that was the thing. Now I understand WWE has a really shitty tag division, but grab fucking AJ and Dalton. So the brand split doesn't exist. Grab somebody from where's Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo? Like, get them. Have them beat an actual tag team and be dominant and do things. I don't want to see them squashing local indie talent. We don't do that anymore. We're past that. They're established. We don't need that shit.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Yeah, it literally doesn't help the fact that their tag division is depleted. There's like 4 tag teams, and they're all on Raw.
If you don't count the New Day and the Viking Raiders, yes.
Well, excluding the Viking Raiders, because someone to go against them, and Xavier's out right now, so I'm not counting it.
Okay. But that is all. That is all I have.
I've been done for a minute now.
You've been on for several minutes.
Vince, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
It's gonna be Raw. It honestly felt like a main roster NXT Black and Gold episode, like from start to finish. Like I loved it. Like from start to finish, it was the most complete show. Raw.
Katie,
it's Raw. Rhea, it's the thighs.
I'm gonna go Raw as well. Which we very rarely ever put Raw over. So, in the rare chance that we get to do that, we're gonna do that.
Sorry.
Absolutely. No, you're fine. I was just letting you continue. Would you like to keep going? Maybe get up and do a little dance?
I'm not getting up because that requires a lot of movement, and no, I'm done.
Rika's swallowing the fact that we're getting straight wrestling all the way through with no extra filler segments. I have no idea what he's talking about. I enjoy my extra filler segments.
Mm-hmm. I think he means like when someone comes out for a match, they do a bunch of like filler stuff. Then another person comes out for a match, then they do a bunch of more filler stuff before they actually start the match. Because if that's the case, that shit's annoying. It's only the fact that there's no championship contender matches.
So, Monday Night Raw was the best show of the week, as per Katie Kinsey Bebe of the She Elite Showcase, the Daddy Delgado, and the Warden Matt Ritter. I just want to see your face. I had to pause for effect to see if I called him it, what you do, and it was very worth it. If you are not watching the video version, you should be watching the video version because her eyes bugged out.
Because I said in my mind, I was like, he's not gonna say it. He won't call him that.
I'm with you. Miss TV every week is terrible. Reek. Katie, tell everyone where they can find you. Plug yourself.
You can follow me on Twitter at KatieRawson13, link to your map out and take you all things She Lead Showcase, twitch.tv/She Lead Showcase, Thursday 6 p.m. Eastern time, unless something happens, youtube.com/She Lead Showcase. I obviously watch the videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen to the audio. She Leads, the umbrella, I guess, the weekly show we do. Inside the Mind Of, new episode on Monday with Tim King from Wrestling Index. That's what I was having a fucking issue with, was uploading that goddamn episode because my editing software decided to not work anymore. It's fine. I got it up. I literally titled it, "Please just work," and it did. So
Katie doesn't have a problem getting it up, Vince. I don't know why you do.
And everything else I've done on the channel is just there. Go watch it.
Maybe we should name the show Vince Can't Get It Up.
Sheesh.
The temptation to kick him out is
great.
Just
plug your shit.
You can follow me on Instagram at Twitter at SESVince. Go ahead and hit the link tree in my bio. We'll take you to everything straight talk that will be coming up. The tag team tournament, the Get Your Bulls episode, and the Mamba rankings all coming up in March. Go check that shit out. Go ahead and follow straight.
Excuse me, did you say March?
August. March?
We're marching on our way through August. Go follow the Straight Talk podcast on Instagram, Straight Talk _pod, because I couldn't get Straight Talk pod all together. And yeah, do that stuff.
I want to thank everyone who has joined us in the Twitch chat for this very first trial edition of us live streaming. It was a very fun show, and I really enjoyed interacting with you all. So I hope we can make this a regular thing, and everyone comes back and we can do this every Friday. It was a blast. You can follow me at Matt Ritter, that's at MATTRIDDR on Twitter only Smackin' Raw Pod. Instagram was Smackin' Raw Pod, will be It's Creation World. Eventually, Twitter will also be It's Creation World, because Creation World is the banner under which the Smackin' Raw podcast exists, and they took down Creation World's Instagram, so we gave them ours because Vince wasn't really fucking using it anyway. You can check them out at creationworld.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/creationworld. Also, we have a Facebook, facebook.com/group/smackingitraw. As I said, go check out the link trees for Smackin' It Raw and Creation World. There you will find us on Pornhub, YouTube. Also, you will see the Patreon, the merch store, where you can get those Pro Wrestling Pro Choice tees as well. Support us on Patreon and all of that other fun stuff that we do. Oh, and I'm on, I haven't done much. I'm going to get back on it, but I'm on TikTok at Smackin' It Raw. So go check that out. Like all of the videos. Tell me how awesome
you should
I am,
make
because I love hearing it.
Cross TikTok. I think that's what you should do. Carrying across TikTok.
And that's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen, for the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, and the Shaman of Sheelite, Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe. I am the patron saint of podcasting, Will Gray's personal Pornhub Papi, the Warden Matt Ritter.
I'm the Warden of Will Gray's heart.
Smackin' It Raw, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
The gore is not a spear.